We're just about ready. 1,200 meters on the poly. The gates go back and they off and racing. Good start. First to go is Saltilus on the inside. Captain Opie right up there. Vista Nova, Green Light to Heaven. Naval Secret looks for some cover, and yes, Forest Spy in search of a better position. Only about 2 lengths off them for now is Forest Spy, but will continue to improve. Paris Rix has been caught further back than ideal, about 5 or 6 lengths off them, and Captain Marisco is going to have to get past them all. So Forest Spy got to the front quite easily past the 700. Captain Opie's in second. Green Light to Heaven in third. Saltilus is now in fourth, and then comes Naval Secret. Paris Rix continues to improve at the outside of that one. And then we go back to Captain Marisco and Vista Nova. Homeward bound to greet the judge and Forest Spy. How much left in the tank? He's got a length over the field. Captain Opie to the outside. Saltilus and Green Light to Heaven is now absolutely taking off. Green Light to Heaven. Naval Secret the grey. Naval Secret going to have the last crack at them. Green Light to Heaven. Green Light to Heaven going for all he's worth, and he's back in the winner's enclosure. Green Light to Heaven beats Naval Secret. Third goes to Captain Marisco, and fourth to Captain Opie. And a good man, Wayne Agrella. They deserve to be back in the winner's enclosure. Of course, well done to the whole team. I'm sure Heather will be watching as well. Well done to Mr. Paddock. Great win. It's good to see him back in the winner's enclosure. Some sort of a confidence booster out here in Klabecha. You can see the grey takes off. Naval Secret. Third will go to 5, Captain Marisco, and fourth, number 1, Captain Opie.
Well, once again, we see the stable companions fighting it out to the line. It's not the first time this has happened. Green Light to Heaven gets the upper hand from Naval Secret, but in all, a great result from the yard here. And Mr. Miller, when the chips are down, it's a hard game. But you keep your head up, and here they are, doing you proud.
I'm just glad for Mark, you know.
Definitely.
And he's been patient. And I've got to put up with a lot of nonsense with his son in the mornings. But it's all worth it in the end. And, you know, him, Naval and Greenlight, they carry each other all the time, you know. So if Greenlight runs second, then Naval wins it. And he wins and then Naval runs second. I think they two of the nicer horses I've had, and I think they're two of the nice horses on the Poly MPE at the moment as well. And look, it took a while for Greenlight, but he was also stiff in a couple where he's got beat 0.05 every time. And then the grey one, but they're both lovely horses. I want to thank Mark. And also Suzette and Basi. And who else? And Wayne, I must give credit to Wayne. He sweated from about 62 to right 58.5. That's a heck of a lot.
That is.
And I'm very proud of him as well.
Certainly is. He puts the hard work in back at home. It is a little, take nothing away from other jockeys, but it is a bit harder to be a heavyweight jockey.
Oh, well, ask me.
Well, I'm really glad to see the yard bounce back. These guys are just such honest horses. Well done.
Yeah, I think, you know, I think we got over the top of the thing now. And I do think the stable will change now because I got a lot of antivirus things from Ashley as well, injected the horses, and I gave him a lot of other stuff, vitamin C and stuff, and it seems to all be working. And well, may it carry on from here, you know, because we had a terrible month. But that's not our doing, you know, it's just unfortunately things. And as per usual, you know, this race, the previous race, I picked the wrong horse to win. So, but I'm happy for Mark, really he deserves it. And so with Suzette in him second as well. Thank you so much.
Well done, Mr. Miller.
Now you can talk to this little Maniki.
On behalf of Mr. Mark Paddock, very well done, by the way. We're going to chat to Nick, who is, of course, a vital part of the Cliffy Miller yard and the guy that always talks to me on Wednesday and gives the info. And Nick, you guys always, you always strive to give the public out there the right information. Even when times are bad, you still welcome me to your yard to chat, and I really appreciate that. I think it's highly professional. And Green Light to Heaven and Naval have both done you very proud.
Yeah, they're absolute soldiers, you know. I mean, they always seem to find each other, whether, like Cliffy said, whether it's who runs in front of who this time and that time. But two absolute soldiers, and it's nice for the yard to bounce back to form with these two especially.
It certainly is. But the top of the pops today goes to Greenlighttoheaven, and it's just that much more special that your dad is the owner here. And he's been involved in the Eastern Cape racing for a long time with yards other than Mr. Miller, but this one in your care, and you're proud of him, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, he's just had horses since I got into racing, and that was about 13 odd years ago. And he's, it's why I got into racing itself. So big well done to him. It's taken a bit of time to get this one. It's been about a year since he won his last start, but it's well deserved. And I think for him, it's knocking is an understatement. So I'm happy he finally got that win.
Oh, you are spot on. Knocking at one stage was definitely an understatement. Well deserved winner. He's now a 5-time winner. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Once again, I've just got to reiterate the Miller Yard etiquette. It's been a tough time, and I really expected on Wednesday to get turned away from the yard because it's hard to give out the information about your stable when you're going through a really tough time. They stuck their heads down, they welcomed me in, and they really said, there's no excuses, we're just hoping to get over this virus, and I'm so glad to see they have. It is well deserved with the 1-2 here, Greenlighttoheaven and Naval Secret. Now, Jockey Wayne Agrella hasn't made it back to talk to us, but I've got to give him huge commendations here regarding Greenlighttoheaven as well. As Neil pointed out, they teamed up today for the 12th time, and 11 of those occasions they found the money, today being the 3rd time they've won. So certainly a fantastic relationship between these two individuals, and once again it's paid off very well this afternoon. So very well done to the Cliffy Yard, Miller Yard, to Wayne Agrella, and of course to Mr. Mark Paddock.